Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Before I start with this presentation, I would like to thanks to the organizer ICCOMAH 2020 for giving me an opportunity to share an idea as well as my findings on the study entitled Student Perception Towards the Importance of Learning SUPERWRITE Alphabetic Writing System for Office Professional at Mara University of Technology. So my name is Aisyah Amni binti Mohamad Saferdin. On behalf of other co-authors, which is Masliza binti Muhammad Razali, Nurbarirah binti Ahmad, Nashra binti Talib, Siti Rosnita binti Sakarji, and Khalijah binti Muhammad Noor, and we are from Faculty of Business Management, Mara University of Technology, UiTM branch. So let me start with some of the background of the study. As stated by John Robert Gray in 1948, the awareness of using short and speed writing method has become crucial as one of the administration office skills. It was supported by Rufi'ah Rafi'i and Monizan Yahya in 2018. A demand for this skill growth due to meet the requirement of employers from private and public organizations. So one of the established short and speed handwriting method is SUPERWRITE that has been introduced since 2000 in UiTM. So therefore, this study was conducted to investigate student perception towards the importance of learning SUPERWRITE. So the scope of the study, the population that was involved in this study is only from student Diploma in Office Management and Technology, BA 118, Faculty of Business and Management. So the sample size is only involved final year student in semester 5, which is the study only conducted at UiTM Malacca. So thus, the finding only generalized from the above focus group. Next, for problem statement, since after 20 years, SUPERWRITE has been introduced among UiTM students, the acceptance toward the theory is become a question. In addition, the researcher also interested to know about the extent to which the principle will benefit to UiTM students in some areas. Moreover, the new generation perception towards short handwriting skill is still unknown. This is due to the some of the technology devices that can be used by the student nowadays. So they have an option and they have their own reason to choose a device, which is their smartphone, their recording tips, as well as any device that related in order to take or jot some of the notes, message or instruction during their class session. For introduction to SUPERWRITE, SUPERWRITE is an abbreviated writing system which is based on primarily in longhand and secondarily in phonetic sound. Short and speed handwriting method for English word, which is consists of 20 principle of construction, and the principle of construction was developed by Dr. A. James Lee Master and Dr. John Beer, whereby both of them is a lecturer from Rider University, New Jersey. SUPERWRITE have officially introduced in the year 2000 to UiTM students from Diploma in Office Management and Technology program. Besides, SUPERWRITE also has been introduced to another IPTS or another fraternity of UiTM, which is College Instead, whereby the students are compulsory to take this course during their learning session. The researcher intend to identify the student perceptions toward learning SUPERWRITE, and it was categorized into 4 distinctly areas based on course outcome of OBM 200 syllabus. So due to some reason, the following research questions were developed. Research question 1 is, what is the level of student perception towards principle of SUPERWRITE? Research question 2, which is, what is the level of students' perception towards the importance importance of speed writing skill. Research question 3 is what is the level of student perception towards the importance of transcription skills? And the last research question is what is the level of student perception towards the SUPERWRITE as a professional skill? For methodology, the research instrument that was used by a researcher is a questionnaire which is self-constructed by the researchers and was validated by 2 senior lecturers at UiTM Puncak Alam. In order to ensure the internal consistency of instrument, the researcher was conduct a reliability test whereby the Cronbach alpha coefficient here is 0.905 and it indicates that it was a high internal consistency among the statement or question. So the questionnaire basically was divided into 2 major sections, whereby section 1 consists of 4 questions that ask respondent demographic information. Meanwhile, section 2 consists of 12 statements that was arranged in identical Likert scale, which is consists the statement of importance of learning SUPERWRITE. For the data collection procedure, the questionnaire randomly self-administered to 130 sample size from the total population of 161 based on the Prejim and Morgan table, and 100 questionnaires were written back, which is sample size is equal to 100. For the data analysis, the researcher used SPSS version 24, which is a descriptive statistic was conducted to measure the level of student perception. So the study is observed the mean values as to measure the student perception toward the importance of learning SUPERWRITE. So therefore, the range of mean value will range according to 3 arbitrary levels as stated in a below table. So the mean value which is considered as low is range between 1 until 2.33, moderate is between 2.34 until 3.66, and high is 3.67 until 5. And the finding and also the discussion for this study as shown in table 1, respondent demographic information. Most of the respondent is female, which is contribute to 84% from the total population of 100, and most of the respondent at the age of 15 to 20 years old, which is contribute to 97%, and they are from semester 3 when taking OBM 200, and this is their first time in taking this code. Next, as shown in table 2, which is the level of student perception towards SUPERWRITE principle, based on the average mean value, the theory of SUPERWRITE is equal to 4.08, whereby it considered high, and most of the students seems agree that SUPERWRITE principle of construction is easy to learn and understand. In addition, most of them agree that SUPERWRITE principle makes speed and short writing method become consistent, and they also agree that principle of construction is applicable to be used by everyone. Next, as shown in table 3, the level of student perceptions toward the importance of speed writing skill have contributed to the average mean value for 4.01, which considered as high, and it seems to indicate that most of the students agree that SUPERWRITE makes them easy to take note, message, and instruction during a class session. Moreover, SUPERWRITE also develop their ability to summarize words through an office-style dictation, and SUPERWRITE also help them to jot down words quickly, at least 30 words per minute. Next, in table 4, it shows that the level of student perceptions toward the importance of transcription skill. So by observing the mean value here, it contributes to 3.89, which considered as high, And most of students appear to agree that SUPERWRITE enrich their vocabulary and also expand their English words. Instead of that, most of them agree that SUPERWRITE increase their proficiency in spelling word correctly. And last one, SUPERWRITE help them to transcribe or transcribe the word quickly, at least 50 words per minute. Next, in Table 5, it shows that the level of student perception towards SUPERWRITE as professional skill is high, whereby the average mean here is 4.18. Most of the students agree that SUPERWRITE considered as important office skill that they should have for their future work field. In addition, SUPERWRITE would be an added value skill for their academic qualification, and SUPERWRITE is skill needed to be a secretary, executive, and administrator in an organization. Last but not least, in Table 6, it shown the level of student perception towards learning SUPERWRITE. So from 4 of the item here, it clearly indicated that SUPERWRITE as professional skill have achieved the higher mean value here, which is 4.18, followed by the development of speed writing skill, which is 4.08, followed by the principle of SUPERWRITE itself, which is 3.98, and also followed by the development of transcription skill, which is 4.18. As a conclusion, what the researcher can be said that SUPERWRITE should be continued reinforced to UiTM students due to the high perceptions toward the importance of learning it. So most of the students nowadays are not limit themselves with the highest academic qualification, but also start to look for some of additional skill that can be gained during their learning session. So this is due to the high requirements needed by the employer that mostly searching for graduates who are competent in all aspects. So therefore, the student will have a great opportunity to increase their office skill as well as giving them a competitive edge to venture into the employment market. And this is some of the recommendation that the researcher would like to suggest to other future study. The other researcher may enlarge the population to all UiTM campuses that offer this course. Instead of that, the other researcher can identify the other element that should be considered to ensure the effectiveness of office style dictation during class session. And in addition, the other researcher can make some of the comparative study regarding to handwriting and computer typing in note-taking by university students. And finally, it also would be useful to explore employer perception of the employability skills of the new graduate which have undergraduate or new graduate to be employable. So I hope that from this study, they have some of the idea for other or future researcher to continue this study. I hope that I'm giving some of the um, idea for you to continue this area of study uh, thank you very much for watching and Assalamualaikum.